Good morning, everybody. Okay, you can probably tell by my face I'm absolutely furious. And I'm quite emotional at the minute. Not for any reason. I've just read in the Independent about this he's 3, little boy. I don't know if it's easy just to read out the letter that the mother wrote. Probably is. This little boy, I'll put a link in a minute. But this little guy, he's got the most beautiful smile, and he's got lovely eyes. He's not dead or anything, so don't worry about that. But he's the heading to it is "Mother responds to teenagers who bullied her son for being ginger." It's quite a long post, but the mother of a 3-year-old boy posted an emotional response on Facebook after her son was abused by teenagers on a bus for having ginger hair. Oh, well, it's in the paper, so her name's Lauren Russell. Described how she and her son Noah boarded a bus to Southampton, only for 2 teenage boys in school uniform to become making fun of the little boy. She said the abuse prompted Noah to ask his mum why he had horrible hair. The little boy's 3. Mrs. Russell claimed that the comments made included, "If I ever had a ginger child, I would kill it," and social services should have taken him away at birth because his hair colour is disgusting. Despite only being 3 years old, she said Noah realised immediately what the teenagers were saying and later asked if he could be blonde like his older brother Charlie. It's really upsetting. I was never bullied for my hair colour, but this little boy's face, he's absolutely adorable. He's got such a lovely smile, and he's a really, really sweet little kid. He's 3 years old. Why do people think, oh, you can see, I'm ginger, I love my colour hair, absolutely love it. In fact, I colour it to make it brighter. My son is bright ginger. He went through a spate of people having a go at him, but he's quite a strong-willed, I suppose coming from me he would have to be, but he's quite strong-willed and he has a go, you know, I don't think anybody bothers him about his hair colour now. My daughter sometimes has a go at him and calls him carrot and stuff, and even that, it's not acceptable. But a 3-year-old, now the only thing I can come back with is that these kids that are on the bus, I know it happens all the time, I know it does, and but this kid, I'm so angry. Fancy targeting a 3-year-old. These kids should be absolutely disgusted with themselves. And frankly, I do actually think that if they had their school uniforms on, I would have gone to the school, complained to the school, because they're portraying, well, they're giving the school an image for a start. So find out what school it is they go to and go to the school and complain. Because that's not acceptable behaviour. Bullying of any kind is not acceptable in everything that's going on at the moment with all the bombings in Paris. And then you get kids starting to bully an infant about the colour of his hair. Oh, I really can't believe it. You know, these bullies, you know, I see half of me is very upset for them that they feel they've got to make themselves feel better and bully somebody else so they feel big and clever and everything, because they've obviously, you know, you don't know, they might be being bullied at home and it's just an instant reaction that they're copying, which usually it is. But, you know, it's not the way to carry on, and there are other ways about it, because you know, if you've been abused, it doesn't mean that you have to be the abuser. That's 100%. All of these statistics that say that 98% of people that have been abused will carry on and be the abuser. Rubbish. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. It's your own destiny. You choose it. It's not acceptable to be like that. It just isn't. You know, everything that's going on in the world, you're just fueling anger. And it's not acceptable. And so now what's going to happen? Are these kids that were being the bullies, is it going to turn round and then now they're going to get bullied for being bullies? You know, it escalates. There's no need for any of it. It's all utter ridiculous. People have got mouths, use them. You talk things through. You don't start being nasty and start hurting people with words, because it's not acceptable. It really isn't acceptable. You know, this is about this, you know, this is a different type of bullying, you know, with the ginger hair, but, you know, you've got the BBW bullying and the, you know, every disability, you know, everything. I fit into every single bloody category. But it's like, it's not acceptable, so please, think about what you're doing. I did actually see a video last night where a gay guy, oh, I've only done my makeup this morning, a gay guy, his name's Riyadh, actually he's older now, and he phoned up one of the bullies from his school and confronted him. And actually this guy was like, I'm really sorry, I didn't realise I was making you feel like that. And this Riyadh, I don't really subscribe to a lot of people, but I've subscribed to him because he was so good, and he seems like a genuinely nice guy, out to help people. And he was superb. Just this video, it was very, very good. It went to show people that are being bullied that actually sometimes the bullies don't realise what they're doing. So if you're strong enough, I would just say confront them. And I know it's very easy for me to say, because I will actually know I would have done, but I don't know what this lady's like. But if they were there talking about my son like that, or me like that, I would have turned around and said to them, without a doubt, this is not acceptable behaviour. And it would have stopped them dead. It always does, because I've done it. But you've got to be a strong enough character to do that yourself. And I understand it's not that easy. But what you could have done is gone to the school, and I still think you should do that now, because that's not acceptable behaviour. I'm going to put a link into, so you can just see this little boy, because he is utterly adorable, and you've got to have a look. I can't believe I've just looked at that, and it's made me so angry. But out of everything that's going on at the moment, and there are people bullying a 3-year-old.